Let me note that we are not in a legal argument with the president. The NBA, being a civil society organization and a professional one, reviewed the president's statement, and we are of the view that some of the actions declared in the statement may not be supported by the Constitution. We are of the opinion that Section 305 of the Constitution cannot be read in isolation from Section 11 of the Constitution. And we do not also believe that failure of political players in Rivers State to come to a compromise or find a resolution to the unending political situation in Rivers State would not present a ground for the declaration of a state of emergency. A state of emergency, in our view, is an extreme position the federal government may take in order to restore peace and normalcy in the state. And we do not believe that the facts as are publicly available are such as to justify the declaration of a state of emergency. And if you read the 1963 Constitution on declaration of state of emergency, which allowed for suspension of the Premier and the House, that is not the wording of the 1999 Constitution. It's different from the Republican Constitution. And that's why we believe that the President's declaration is unconstitutional. And so we think that the problem in Rivers State can be found in the principal actors swallowing their ego and putting the welfare and security of the rivers above their personal interest. No, it's a case of who wins. If they could sit down and find a solution, even this declaration will not solve the problem in Rivers State. And it worries me that the president can purport to have power to appoint an administrator and much worse still, a retired military officer to administer the state. It's unconstitutional, and right-thinking persons should not support it. Blaming the Supreme Court or blaming other persons will not solve a problem. But if the people had placed Rivers State above their own personal interests and cared about the security and welfare of the people, I believe we will not be in this situation. It became an ego fight, and I insist on it. It was an issue about who wins. I will win you. I can show you that I'm bigger and more powerful than you. Ego, ego, ego. That is at the base of the problem in Rivers State, not the Supreme Court. Sometimes people get judgment from the court and keep it and say, we have this judgment, but let us leave it and solve a problem. So you talk about compromising a judgment. So even if opposers of argument, any person can say that that judgment was not good, it is not enough to justify what is happening in the state. Because if the people loved Rivers State more than they claim to, they could have found a solution that moved the people forward and removed it from public attention and won't be going through all this. So it's not the judgment, it is the principal actors, the people, not the judgment.